Hello everyone, and happy Easter weekend to you, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and today I am going to be sharing with you a two-piece holiday outfit that I made for this Easter weekend. This video is also in collaboration with my beautiful friend Natita of So Natural Dane, as she has made a two-piece outfit as well, and both of our makes were inspired by Pinterest. So please make sure that you go over to her channel after you watch this video so that you can see her look and hear all about the details of the patterns that she used, because we did use different patterns. All right. So let me tell you a little bit more about this set, why we chose the garments that we made and the fabric that we used, and I will also be entering photos and clips as I talk about it. But if you like blogs, I will have a detailed pattern review on my blog that will be pinned to the comments and in the description box, so you can check that out as well, and it may even have a few more photos. So one day I was showing a fabric haul on my channel, and I showed a bunch of different fabrics that I had picked up in Los Angeles for a series that I'm going to be having on my channel. And I also showed a fabric that a very good friend of mine, which is Ellie of Sally and Sam Style here on YouTube. She had sent me gifts in the mail, and one of the gifts was this cut of fabric that I used for my skirt. And this is an ombre pleated knit, and I absolutely love it. Now, before she sent the fabric, I had been on Pinterest and I saved a photo that was the exact same fabric for the skirt, and I knew immediately once I saw that in the mail what I was going to do with the fabric. Now, of course, I can't find the exact photo on Pinterest. I have searched up and down, but I wasn't able to find one, but I did find similar photos on Pinterest to show what the skirt was inspired by, and I actually showed that on the video when I was showing the fabric that had come in the mail. And so Natita had watched the video and she had expressed how she loved that particular look, and at that point, that's when the collaboration was born. So we have this collaboration for you. Now, because we like the whole look, we not only wanted to make the skirt, but we also wanted to make a blazer. So the next steps were to find patterns that will bring the Pinterest inspired look alive. For me, I generally do not like complicated patterns, and if I do, I only do about one or two, not even two, one complicated pattern per month. And the main reason for that is because of time. So for this project, I knew I was going to take it to Dallas, Texas to sew up at the awesome Sewrority sewing retreat that I attended, and I most certainly did, and I did get it sewn up there. If you have not watched the video yet about my sorority retreat experience, I will link that in the description box below and at the end of the video, because that is a must watch as well. So now I have three memories wrapped up in this look: a beautiful collaboration with my good friend Natita, my Easter look for 2024, and fun times at the sewing retreat. Now, I will tell you that this was not the original Easter look I had. I was going to do this collaboration and kind of use this as my Saturday, you know, for the Easter weekend, and then I was going to make another simplicity dress, but because of time I didn't get around to that. But I will make it later on in this spring season, so that you will see that. Now, back to the patterns. Although I wanted to use more simple patterns, I wanted to make sure that my skirt had pockets. So I use newlook 6626, which is available at your local Joann's and at the Simplicity on the Simplicity website. This pattern came out in 2019. This pattern was one that was not in my stash at all, which I'm surprised about because I have a habit of buying all of them. I believe I did have one similar one, but it wasn't designed for knits, and it didn't have pockets, which I know I can draft pockets and measure out where they should go, but I didn't really want to do that. So I went to Joann's and I browsed through the newlook patterns, because the other ones were not on sale, and newlook is always at a reasonable price, and I found this one for like that $2.99 or $3.99, whatever they cost. and I feel like it's perfect. The skirt view is view C, which is what I made. There is a dress in shirt pattern that comes along with this, but I was only interested in the skirt, so I didn't really look over that, but that could change later. Now, the skirt pattern has 3 pattern pieces, just 3, because the front and the back uses the same pattern piece and it's cut on the fold, so that's 1. The pockets, that's 1 pattern piece, you just cut 4, and then there's the waistband. And what I like most about this pattern is that my desired length for the skirt is the length of the pattern, and it is perfect. I mean, it just hits perfect. And the other thing I love about the pattern is that there is a separate waistband casing to feed the elastic through, and I feel that it gives it a better and more professional look than like the fold over method and then feed the elastic through, especially with knit fabrics. And so that was really like a bonus for me. So I really feel that I scored big on this pattern, even if I don't sew the other views, because I already have 3 additional pleated knit fabrics ready to make from this skirt, and you'll be seeing it soon, and it sews up really fast. So you will notice that in Natita's video, hers is a different color. I have that color as well, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if I was supposed to make that color, but the original inspiration was for me to make this one, and that's why I made it for that. But same look, different color. This pattern comes in size extra small through extra large, and I did make an extra large because I wanted to make sure that it was able to like fit over my high waist, which is larger than my natural waist. And if it was too big, I could always cinch in the elastic more by decreasing the length, but it was the right size. It was good enough for what I needed to have the look that I was going for, so I was definitely satisfied with that. The only adjustments that I made was not hemming the bottom of the skirt, and the reason why I did not hem it is because I thought it would hang better and look better with the hem being raw. I did like use a piece of scrap fabric from when I was cutting out the skirt before making that decision, and I tested it, made the hem, and I didn't like how it poofed out because of the pleats. You know, the pleated fabric has like some it doesn't lay flat, so when I put the hem in, it was kind of like a poof. So I just, at that point, since I tested it out, I decided to let it hang, and I really love that look. It looks very polished and it doesn't look odd or anything, and that also allowed for me to keep the desired length for my skirt, because the hem suggested hem was 1 1.25 inches. One thing that I noticed that this pattern does not say is easy to sew or beginner friendly. I think it should have said it. It actually says average. But if you like this style of skirt and you are just learning how to sew, or if you just want an easy project, I would say to get this pattern, because it is truly beginner friendly and easy to sew. It's at least for the skirt. Okay, I'm not really sure about the top or the dress because I did not look at that much. For my blazer, I used another New Look pattern, and that pattern is New Look 6351, and I made view D. This pattern came out in 2015, and for some reason I don't believe that it is still in print at the stores, but it is available on the Simplicity website, so you would just have to purchase it there or find it on Amazon, Etsy, you know some of those other avenues. But I have had this for a while, and I purchased this due to the blazer and the pants, but it is really a good pattern to make like different outfits by using separates, so I would check it out. Now, I made this out of this blazer out of a lightweight denim from Joann Fabrics. This pattern comes in sizes 10 to 22, and there are no finished or unfinished measurements anywhere for this blazer. There's a length measurement, but nothing for the bust, which is what I look for because it's the largest part of my body. So what did I do? Because I know that New Look can be a little discriminative when it comes to larger sizes, I just went with the largest size, which was the 22, and hoped that it would fit. I tried to measure the pattern pieces, but with the front having like a flap over lapel, I didn't know if my measuring, I should say, was accurate, but I actually like it, and I'm happy that I took the risk and made that size because I feel like it turned out good. So what is there to know about this pattern and why did I pick it? Let me tell you. As mentioned, the lapels are flaps that fold over from a single piece of fabric. At first I didn't like the design, but it did grow on me, and now I do like it. The tricky part is that if the area doesn't have like a good interfacing, it will fly away with the wind, as mine did in some of my photos. So if you don't understand what I mean, and I can put another picture from the website as well. This here is the flap over. As you can see, it's just like this, all the way up and down. And to get the lapel look, it just flaps over. Does that make sense? I hope so. And it's like that on both sides. If you don't get in here real good and clip, you know, the like the rounded edge in the inside and trim down the seam allowance, sorry, I lost for words, then it will be real bulky and it won't fold over well. So you do have to make sure that you do that appropriately. And another thing to note is that this is kind of cropped, okay, which is one of the reasons why I actually chose this blazer. I wanted a more cropped look. The inspiration photos didn't feature like super long blazers, which I usually wear, and I wanted to come as close to the inspiration as possible, and I think this worked out great. I don't think it would have been bad if I used a longer one, but I am glad that I went for this look because you can see the skirt more from the back and from the front. This also has like the princess seam, as you can see, like right here, and I really like that because it helps with shaping, and there are no closures that come with this. This is made to be worn open, and I was fine with that as well because I wanted my leopard belt to be featured with the whole look, you know, as I'm wearing this. This is an easier style of blazer, and I would say that it will be identified as easy to sew, but the pattern on this also does rate it as average. I mean, I guess a brand new person wouldn't be comfortable making it, but I do still feel like it is easy to sew. It's unlined, it's simple, it's to the point. It's only 5 pattern pieces to get this blazer, and between the 2 garments I only used 8 pattern pieces. There are some patterns that I've made that have used like 16, you know. The one thing that I did not do with this make that I should have done, and the pattern actually suggested and instructed me to do, was I did not use interfacing on the lapel areas, these things right here on this part. So from this seam all the way over, it was supposed to be interfaced, and I did not. Okay, and the reason why is because I forgot to pack it, and I flew to Dallas. I didn't have a car, and so I had cut it out, and I had already started making it. Eventually I did run into someone that had a vehicle, and I went to Joann's, but by that time I had already cut this out and sewn it up, so I didn't do it. However, I have a really good iron, and I was able to press it down to where I don't think it's an issue now, especially since it's denim, but I can add it later if I really wanted to, because I did not slip stitch the inside of the facing down to the seams like I am supposed to, and I didn't do it because of that reason. So I still have an opportunity to correct that. As far as my pairings, I paired my blazer and skirt with a plain white t-shirt, the same one that I have on right now, an animal print scarf, same one that I have on right now, and a leopard print belt that I ordered from Amazon, and I will link that below, my tan shoes, my cork wristlet that I made as well, and my gold earrings. So now I will enter photos and twirls of me in my 2-piece Easter Resurrection set. So that is it for this two-piece outfit and inspiration set from Pinterest that I have for you. I truly hope you liked this video and my outfit. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you head over to Natita's channel so that you can see her makes and you can see which patterns that she used. Again, I do have a blog post on this, and there's, you know, it's a little bit different from the video, so there's going to be some information there that's not here and vice versa. So definitely check that out if you would like to see larger photos and if you want to see those and read those details. Okay, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified of future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support. Happy Easter, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.